And attorney Sam Dewey, who is a former investigator to the House and Senate. Sam, obviously all focused right now this morning, the latest and greatest is this mugshot. So your thoughts as a lawyer on the legal system being used to get a mugshot of a former president, all for, quite frankly, political motivations?
I mean, look, if you're going to charge a former president with a crime and put the country through that, you should have overwhelming proof of a clear crime. Think, for example, there was a bribe, cash was exchanged for an official act, an old classic case of corruption with very clear proof. We're about as far from that as you can be. The legal theories range from extremely tenuous to absolutely absurd, and the evidence are acts that if you look at them, why aren't why isn't Stacey Abrams being charged? Why isn't Hillary Clinton being charged? Why aren't a bunch of Democratic members and party apparatchiks getting charged when they challenged the 2016, the 2000, the 2004 election results? It's just so out in left field, and it's just a transparent misuse of the criminal justice system.
Sam, what do you make of this effort by the House Judiciary Committee to investigate Fani Willis? They want to see if she coordinated her investigation with Jack Smith, and they also want to find out if she used federal money to investigate Donald Trump. What is Jim Jordan driving at there? And also, are those two things not supposed to happen?
So I think what Jim Jordan is driving at is that this isn't about the law. This isn't about the traditional presumption of you don't put the country through this unless you have an overwhelming case. This is about political coordination, a political hit job, just throwing everything against the wall, even these absurd charges, and that it creates a threat to the federal system. If a local district attorney can do this, how is the president, regardless of party, supposed to function? It just turns the notion of federal supremacy on its head. And I think that's what Chairman Jordan is getting at, is you're attacking the very structure of our system of government with these bizarre state court hearings and theories that are just completely unfounded, and that is legitimate federal interest. And it's a very odd case, because normally you wouldn't see this type of inquiry. Here it's almost the unique case is made appropriate because of the egregiousness of the underlying conduct.
I'm glad you mentioned federal supremacy, because obviously you heard my joke going into this segment that I'd be the quarterback of the Giants October 23rd before this trial actually happens. The underlying point there is there's going to be motions to dismiss. There's going to be motions to separate this case out into 19 different trials. You have jury selection. You have appeals of various motions. One of the areas that nobody's talking about, I don't think enough, is the fact, to your point, federal supremacy. A lot of these individuals were acting in their federal capacity. Now they are being charged in state court. Where is the law going on that? Where are the motions going on that when you look at the trial level, the district court level, and then the appeals court level? Because I think that's the greatest argument here. You can't try this stuff in state court. What say you, Sam?
I think that's right, and I know Mr. Meadows has set in motion removing the case to federal court, and I think you will see other defendants start to do that. And I think there is a very strong case to, under the existing statute, take this case out of state court and put it into federal court, because you're attacking federal officials for doing stuff that is within their job description. You may not like it, you may have some argument that they shouldn't have been doing that, but every White House since the start of the two-party political system has done it. It's clearly a federal function. I think that's where we're going to go. And I think part of what Mr.
No, please continue. I was going to say, as I looked at some of the briefing on this, there's not a lot of case law with regard to this removal, with regard to this, quite frankly, in many cases, immunity when it comes to state versus federal prosecution. So that in and of itself is going to require a lot of time for the takeaway at home. And that means October 23rd is a pipe dream. It
is wild to see a mugshot, but that is what happened last night. Sam, got to leave it there. Thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.